So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with a Darklord deck profile for the post-Destiny Soldier set. So I really hope you guys enjoy this deck profile. This deck profile is going to be a very informative deck profile, so for those of you who do not want to listen to my annoying voice while I explain to you guys some of my card choices and things like that, you guys can visit the description box below for the deck list of this deck. I'll leave it down below right there so you guys can check it out. But for those of you who want to learn more about Darklords and what they do and some of my card choices, make sure you guys, stay for the video and just listen to all my card choices as I progress to the deck profile. I've been playing Darklord ever since it actually came out. It was releasing the OCG. I've been playtesting the deck, for quite some time. I know how the deck works, and I believe that this list is my best list that I can provide for you guys. I'll explain to you guys all my card choices. And before I start this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my boy Louis. You guys all know Louis from this channel. He's the Ignite player of this channel, so he was helping me with the deck list as well. So a huge shout out goes to Louis. So you know what, guys? Enough talking. Without further ado, let's get started with this deck profile. So you know what, Darklord's really good. This deck is really amazing because it has a massive draw power engine, and you know what, you can incorporate cards like archlord, Kristia in this deck, Vanity's Fiend. You can literally just lock your opponent out from playing Yugioh, which is pretty awesome. But the real reason why I love this deck is because this deck has so much draw power, it has so much search power, and you just dig through your deck for the resources that you always need. So without further ado, let's get started with the deck profile. Some of the monsters, of course, we're gonna play triple Darklord Ixchel right here. You guys don't know what Ixchel does. Ixchel basically lets you discard a Darklord card to draw 2 cards. So you discard Ixchel, and of course another Darklord card to the graveyard to draw 2 cards, which is pretty awesome. And all Darklord monsters have a secondary effect where you can just pay 1,000 life points to target one Darklord or the following one spawn trap card in the graveyard. Use his effect and basically shuffle that card back into the deck. So all the Darklord monsters basically have that effect to basically recycle all of the Darklord spawn trap cards in the deck, which is pretty awesome. And the really good thing that I love about Darklords is that it's the fact that you can double special summon in one turn, and you can double search or like double pop or double mind control your opponent within the same turn, which is really amazing. So that's why I really love about Darklords. It has a lot of offensive and defensive plays when it comes to searching, special summoning, and also destroying and disrupting plays, and also taking control of your opponent's monsters, which is pretty amazing. So start off with, of course, your triple Darklord Ixchel, which you must play triple copies of in this deck. This card is the heart and soul of the deck. And next, we're seeing a resurgence of the old Darklord card, Darklord Superbia. This card is really amazing. It's one of your key combo pieces in the deck, which you need to play triple of, because one is a level 8, which helps you access into your rank 8 plays, and secondly, this card is level 8, and of course you are going to be playing trading in the deck. So this card is also your trading target, and it's the combo with these two, which is really amazing. Like your ideal hand is you want to open up, of course, Ixchel and a Darklord Superbia, and then you just ditch those 2 cards and give out draw 2. Hopefully draw into your contact and just monster reborn and things like that, which is pretty amazing. You can just monster reborn back the the Superbia will get its effect to monster reborn back the Ixchel, and the crazy plays that you can do with this deck is just absolutely phenomenal. So triple Superbia, really standard. If you guys don't know what Superbia's effect is, that when this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can target one fairy type monster in your graveyard except for Darklord Superbia and special summon that target. And you guys all know archlord Kristia is a fairy monster, so Superbia can revive the archlord Kristia, which is pretty amazing. Let's go off to your other Darklord monsters. Of course, we're gonna play the new Darklord Nasten. This card is really good because you can easily special summon this card from your hand by discarding, by discarding 2 other Darklord cards to special summon this card, and then it has the same secondary effect where you can basically target, you can pay 1,000 life points to shuffle back a Darklord spawn trap card to your deck and basically gain that effect, which is pretty amazing. So all Darklords have the same secondary effect. So I'm just going to explain to you guys the primary effects. Next, of course, for your one of Darklords, Darklord Tezcatlipoca. What this card does is that this card is your Necros of Gungnir of the deck. So if you guys don't know what this card does, is that if a Darklord monsters you control would be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can discard this card from your hand instead. So this card is like a weaker version of Gungnir, which is pretty awesome. And it involves Darklords again. We play, of course, Darklord Amdusc. Primary effect is actually really important. It's basically you can discard this card and one Darklord card and target one Darklord card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So this card is a reinforcement of the army for Darklords, which is pretty amazing. So you can just ditch, let's say if you have this and a Superbia in hand, send this to the graveyard and this to the graveyard and this or this to the graveyard, and add your contact, which is your monster reborn of the deck, add it to your hand, and then activate the contact, bring back Superbia, and just special summon another fairy monster from the grave, which is pretty awesome. So this card has a lot of utility plays, and it's a great toolbox in the deck in my personal opinion. opinion. It's really good. It's one Darklord Zerato. This is my 42nd card of the deck. I actually am debating whether or not to play this card or not. But Zerato is really good because one, having a searchable Regeki is not that bad in the deck. And the second reason why I love to play Darklord Zerato is that, you know, Louis was convincing me to play this card, and I've been playtesting this card for quite some time. It opens up to rank 8 plays because, you know what, if you go with Darklord Superbia, you special summon Darklord Superbia from the graveyard, you can special summon the Kristia, but you can't do any other plays other than, you know, having the Kristia on the board to lock you down, to lock your opponent down, of course, and it also locks yourself down as well. Whereas if you have another option where you already have a Zerato in the grave, you can go with Superbia, Zerato, rank 8, you know, Titanic Galaxy, Alsay, Felgrand, and things like that, which is pretty awesome. That's pretty much it for the Darklords. A lot of you guys are gonna get mad because I do not play this Darklord right here. Darklord Lucifer, aka Darklord Morningstar. In my personal opinion, you guys have to hear me out on this. When I build deck profiles, I try to build my deck as competitive as possible to be able to compete with today's modern format, and you know what, to compete with the meta as much as possible. And Darklord Lucifer has a lot of flaws. Although it's a really powerful card, you know, being able to just, you know, special summon as many Darklord monsters, you know, up to the amount of, you know, effect monsters that your opponent has on the field, it's broken. That's really powerful. But it has lots of flaws. You know, it's a level 11, which has no synergy with cards like Trader or things like that. The only synergy that it has in the deck with is of course with Allure of Darkness. But the biggest downside of Darklord Morningstar, aka Lucifer, is that it cannot be special summoned. Okay, the only way that you can actually bring this card out is you hard normal summoning it. That's only number one downside, and it bricks. In my personal opinion, it just really bricks. You know, I felt like it's not that good. I felt like Darklord Lucifer is not that good in this current build. But if you guys definitely want to play it in your current builds, please guys go ahead and play it. But this build is I try to make it as competitive as possible. And one, it cannot be special summoned, which is a huge flaw in this deck because you have cards like Contact to revive back your monsters. And it's just really hard to get out overall. So that's my personal opinion of Darklord Lucifer. And it also does not have the secondary effect where you pay 1,000 life points to just basically return the card back to the deck to search, to search or special summon or take control or destroy a card on the field, which is really important. So, you know, not having that effect is just really crazy. So that's why I do not like Darklord Lucifer. So we hope you guys can understand my points on Darklord Morningstar. To our other engines, of course, triple Archlord Kristia. This card is one of the main cards of the deck. Locks your opponent out for special summoning, which is really important. So Archlord Kristia is really good for that purpose. Love this card, and of course, when it's special summoned, where you have four fairy type monsters in the grave, basically can add a fairy monster back to your hand, which is really amazing. You can revive this card off Darklord Superbia with Call of Haunted, which is really amazing, and it's a level 8 for your trading targets. So this deck has a lot. This card has a lot of synergy in this deck, in my personal opinion. So triple Kristia. Oh my god, man! You're in this deck. You're not trying to make your opponent play Yugioh, man. Triple Vanity's Fiend, you know, you can easily, you're gonna be special summoning a lot with this deck. You're going, you know, Ixchel, Superbia to grave, draw 2, activate Contact, special summon Superbia, revive back Ixchel, you know what I mean, tribute the Superbia for Vanity's Fiend, pass. Like, a lot of decks will have a hard time just getting rid of this Vanity's Fiend first turn and getting rid of the Archlord Kristia first turn. So Vanity's Fiend is just really powerful in the deck, and it has a lot of synergy because Allure of Darkness works really well in this deck because the whole entire deck is dark. So Vanity's Fiend is just really good overall, and you know, having to lock your opponent from playing Yugioh is just really good. So Vanity's Fiend is really amazing. Next and last but not least, to round off, or monster engine you want to play, of course, double maxx in the main, because this deck is, you know, you always want to go first with this deck, but sometimes if you are going second, you want to have you know, a defense mechanism for your against your opponent and preventing them from going off. So let's go off to the spells. You know, triple Darklord Contact. This card is really amazing. Contact is your monster reborn of the deck. You know, triple banishment. This card is the searcher of the deck, which is really amazing. It searches out your Contact. Searches out basically any Darklord card from your deck to hand, which is really amazing. And this is why I love this deck. You know, the amount of draw powers you have in this deck is just insane. You know, Pot of Desire is really amazing. I would play triple copies of Pot of Desires if I had 2 copies. Just working wonderfully for me right now. One upstart goblin, you know, the draw power is here. Triple Allure of Darkness really amazing. Triple trade-in because you know Kristia and Superbia and Zerato. That's pretty much it for your draw engine. You want to play, of course, one soul charge card is really good. You know, provide back everything from your grave. Can you provide back Kristia and things like that, which is really awesome. So soul charge is really amazing for that purpose. And of course, last but not least, double twin twister. I want to have a you know a back removal once I'm going second. You know, to basically prevent myself from getting solemn strikes or solemn warning and things like that. So twin twister is really good. And you know what? And most of the time you're gonna dig through your deck, and you know, and you're gonna get twin twisters to your hand anyways, because of the amount of draw and power that this deck has is just insane. So that's pretty much it for your spells. Go off to your traps. One Darklord Rebellion. This card is your destruction card of the deck, and you can interrupt a lot of plays with this card. You activate this card, send a Darklord monster, you know, pop a card, and you activate one of your Darklord monsters effect on the field to pay 1,000 life points, shuffle this card back to pop another card, which is really amazing. So only one copy of Rebellion and one copy of Enchantment. The reason being is because these cards are searchable and these cards are recyclable through your Darklord you know, monsters effects. So why play multiple copies of these Darklord cards, you know, especially the trap cards, if it's not really good going first, and it's also recyclable. So there's no need to play multiple copies of these cards, in my personal opinion. And last but not least, for trap cards, you are playing double Call on the Haunted. I feel like cards like Call the Haunted, Soul Charge, and you know what I mean, Soul Charge and Contact are just really good in the deck because, you know, Superbia has a lot of synergy in the graveyard. Once it's special summon to the field from the grave, which is really amazing. So these cards basically help you extend your combos, which is really phenomenal. You know, you can Call the Haunted. You know, if your opponent, you know, sets up their scales, you know, and everything, and they're trying to pen summon, you just go Call the Haunted Kristia, and then just like watch them cry from there, which is really amazing. And the really thing about the OCG that the TCG lacked is that the OCG had Monster Reborn. So I want to play cards like Call the Haunted to replace that, and Monster Reborn is just so good in this deck, so that's why I play Call the Haunted and Soul Charge. So yeah, really amazing. So that's pretty much it for the main deck, guys. 42 card main deck. You're playing Desires, and you just speed up like you speed through this deck so fast. The 42 card count doesn't really matter in my personal opinion. So that's pretty much it. Let's go off to your side deck real quick. Triple Ghost Ogre and Winter Cherries, really amazing. And you know, triple Gamma Seal, double D Barrier. Gamma Seal has synergy in the deck because it's level 8 and it's your trading target. Double Anti-Spell Fragrance, double Denko Sega. You Denko Sega against Paleozoics and just watch them cry, which is really amazing. And last but not least, triple systems down. Charles, if you're watching this video, I want my systems down back. So that's pretty much it for your side deck. Go out to your extra deck, guys. Your Cherries target. The really good thing about this deck is that it has tons of Cherries targets, which is really amazing because you barely go into your extra deck at all. Because, you know, literally, like, this deck is a Vanities or Kristia deck, which is really phenomenal. So, one Paleozoics, Opabinia. This card is the key card. Okay, again, in Paleozoics. You want to get rid of this card. This card is too busted. Same thing with Totally Awesome, really amazing. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, Dark Law, Buster. These cards are all cherry targets. Same thing with Dante as well, which is really amazing. Next I have for level 8, Felgrand, which is really cool because you can turn on and off your Vanity's Fiend, which is really amazing. So you can just special summon. So Divine Dragon Felgrand is really good. You know, Dark Matter, really amazing. Cypher Dragon. I love Cypher Dragon because I can go into, you know, make a rank 8, make a Cypher Dragon, steal your opponent's monster, you know, overlay this for you know, what's it called, Dark Matter, and then tribute their monster for Vanity's Fiend and just watch them cry, which is really cool. So Cypher Dragon is really amazing for that. Hope Harbinger, really good. One Ulse, one Big Eye, one Dora, and last but not least, one Gustav Max to round off our extra deck. Extra deck is just very standard. Most of the cards in the extra deck are Cherries target anyways, but you barely go into the extra deck. Let's go off. Oh yeah, so that's pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. I totally forgot that I went through the side deck. Side deck is always up to personal preference, and same goes for some of the cards in the main deck as well. I told you guys before, when you guys watch my deck profiles, I want you guys to you know, take my deck as a guide to help you guys build your own decks. I'm telling you right now, this is my own play style. I have different play style from you. So if you want to add in your own cards, like you have crazy spicy text, go ahead. You know, I encourage you guys to do it. And you know, if you guys have any cool, interesting replays, Darklords, make sure you guys send it to me. I really hope you guys can understand why I decided to play some of the cards in the deck. And I really hope you guys learn a lot from this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more deck profiles on this channel, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. And this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.